We wanted, obviously, to capture the attention of member offices. We wanted them to just not view this as another report written by CMF that kind of says, here's a good way of doing things, but we really wanted to capture their attention. We knew the best way of capturing their attention was to create member interest in winning something and doing something. Members are naturally competitive. They're a very competitive breed, as are many staff. And we figured once we created a competition, they would compete. And in the course of competing, they would get better, and they would push everybody around them to also get better.
We did focus groups throughout the country with regular citizens and had them look at a range of websites and give us feedback on what they liked, what they didn't like, and what their impressions of the members were as a result of looking at their websites. So we identified that, audience is the most important thing, as with any kind of communications. You need to know who your audience is. Develop content that meets the needs of the audiences. Also to include an element of interactivity. At the time we were focusing mostly on links because there wasn't a lot of interactivity on the web at that time. And then have usability. Usability was very important, make it easy for people to navigate through the website. And then innovations, which we kind of qualified as anything that was above and beyond and made it more usable for the audience, more interesting for the audience. And so those were basically the criteria that we used back then, and they're still the fundamental, the basics of the criteria that we use even now.
With the support of the Congress Online Project and the Pew Charitable Trust, they really gave us money and said, let's do this right. And they said, if you really wanted to change Congress and change the way that they are managing their websites, and if they are going to make them more accountable, more interactive, more informative, create more transparency in government, how would you do this? And the answer is very simple. You support the report by actually going and talking to as many offices that want to talk to you. Through that, in really a remarkably short amount of time, it was like the light bulbs went off, and the next year we did the websites. It's like, there was a, 5-fold increase in the number of A's and B's. It was just remarkable. In the course of really about a 3-month period, we met with over 200 congressional offices, some several times because they called back. They had a meeting with the member wanted to talk with us personally, so some multiple times, and there really was this great learning process.
I think the people have a right to know what we're doing. I think the people have a right to have some input and telling us what they think should happen. We may not do it all the time. And I think that this technology allows us to have that transparency, but you have to make that conscious decision to do that, to allow people to come in and be part of the office or be part of our process. And our government is supposed to be participatory. It's not one where you have people just observe. It has to be interactive, and I think that that's what the technology is all about. It's interactive, it's real time, and they get information, we get feedback.